Number one, never, ever, ever, ever mention your rate at the beginning of the meeting. This is super important. Never mention your rate at the beginning of the meeting. As I said again, comes back to point one. You want to grab their attention off the very beginning. You can never ever grab someone's attention by mentioning your rate at the beginning. Hearing what rate you have is not something they want to hear. They will be immediately uninterested. You have to talk about what they want. Once you've convinced them with what they want, and you've convinced them that this works, and now they're interested in working with you, and they're like, okay, how do we go further from here? How do we go further? What do we do? What are the next steps? Then you can start talking about the payment. Because now that he's interested and he wants to proceed it further, and you're about to close the deal, you cannot close a deal without talking about the payment. Payment is the very last thing you're going to mention, but you have to mention it. It's the very last thing, but the most important thing. You have to mention about payment, obviously, 100%. If a restaurant's like, we want to do barter collaboration, no. You cannot do barter with them. You have to get paid. If you're down to do barter with them for like a month free, and then they're like, if you do a good job in a month, and then we'll pay you next month, you can do it with them. But me personally, I wouldn't do it. Because I always have that, I wouldn't say fear, but I have that feeling that they're not going to pay. After a month, when they see the good results, they're going to be like, oh, maybe next month, or oh, let's pause for some time, or we don't have the budget right now. We're going through a lot of financial problems. So I don't trust businesses when they say, let's do 1 month free, and let's see how it works. When I first started out, a lot of, like at least 70% of the businesses said this to me. They're like, you don't have testimonials, you don't have this, you don't have that. Let's do 1 month free. I dipped on them. I said, no, thank you very much. Now that I think about it, alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful that I dipped on them. Plus, even after a month, the rate that they were giving me was very low, not worth it at all. Anyway, always mention your prices at the end. Now we're done with this.